I think what's really interesting about goal setting is that people think that all you have to do is write down what you want and that's going to make the whole process easier, but they're missing the main part, the science of goal setting, and why actually being in desire or being in lack could be an issue if you're not doing this one important step. And this is going to be the life-changing part of goal setting. Okay, so the first step is we need to gain clarity. So what I like to do for this exercise is imagine yourself 10 years on from now, and we're going to brainstorm your top 50 goals. So if you're 25 now, I want you to be thinking about yourself at 35, looking back and thinking, what must be achieved for me? And this is short-term and long-term goals. And I want you to write down as many as you can. Now, I always say try and stretch yourself. So try and sit in that space on your own and try and write down at least 50 goals. And like I said, they should be a mix of long-term and short-term goals. So from there, you need to write down next to every single goal either the number 1, 3, 5 or 10, and that will correlate to the amount of years you're giving yourself to obtain that goal. Now, once you've done that for every single goal, I want you to choose your top 4, the most important ones that are a must in your year 1 goals, and they're going to be the first 4 goals that we work on. Okay, so once you've done that, you've got your top 4 goals. Now, this is the most important part, and this is, I like to call this sort of like part of goal setting, your big enough reason why. And what I want you to do for each of those 4 goals, I want you to ask yourself, why do you want to obtain that goal? And how I sort of sit in this space is I imagine myself when that goal has been achieved, and I think about the impact that that's going to have in my life. What is it going to change? What is it going to do for you? What is it going to create? What opportunities is it going to create? What's it going to do for the people around you? Sit in that space, in that sort of imaginary place, and write that down. That's your why. That's the reason why you're doing it. So when it gets hard, you can connect back to that. Once you've done that, I want you to ask yourself again for each of these 4 goals, what feelings do you believe you will obtain once you have achieved it? Now, this is so important. Now, I'm going to give you an example. So let's say for example that one of your goals is that you want to start your own business within a year. So the feelings that you believe you might obtain is more freedom, more flexibility, more creativity, pride, and happiness. So once you've got those 5 goals, what it is about those is that's what you actually want. That's the actual goal. You want to feel those feelings. And this is really where the science of goal setting comes in. So dopamine, which is what is released in the body when you desire something, will help drive you towards your goals. That's what helps to keep you motivated. But what's interesting is that when you're in lack, or when you're feeling like you're striving for something or you're chasing something, it can actually starve you of dopamine, which will actually keep you demotivated. So what do we do? So this is what we need to be doing. So every single day for 30 days, I challenge you to do this for 30 days, is you want to look at those 4 goals and you want to circle any recurring feelings that come up. So choose up 5 feelings that are recurring throughout those goals. And I want you to sit in the morning and imagine that those things have happened and that you feel that way, and try and feel it in your body as if it's already happened. Now, this might feel difficult at first. This is why you need to do it with continuous practice. The more you do it, the easier it is for you to lock into that feeling of the end result before you've even obtained it. That is how you drive towards your goals quicker. That's how you stay more energized and consistently motivated towards taking action. Now, the thing is that every single thing is connected. So whenever I talk to you about these sort of things, I think, oh, I need to tell you that, I need to tell you that. But I'm just going to keep it at goal setting for now, because this is really important. But the key part of setting your goals is obtaining those feelings before you've obtained the goal, and do that as often as you can. So honestly, if you're going to do this process every single day, commit to trying to get to those feelings in the body. Like, even if it's not really working, still sit and just do that practice. Over time, it'll become easier and easier for you to lock into those feelings. And then from them, we break down the goal and we take it in. So this is the bit that I like the most, and this is the action taking part. Now, like I said, the most important part is the step that we've just gone through. but we do need to take immediate action. And there's a rule of thumb that I really like, actually a rule of Tony Robbins that I heard in his podcast years ago, and I think it's a really great one to follow, which is you should never leave the scene of setting a goal without taking one immediate action. So this is about choosing what that actually is and breaking down the goals. So what we do for each of those goals is, first of all, you look at what are your strengths and victories towards that goal. So for example, if you're thinking about starting your own business, one of your strengths and victories could be that you already know what you want to do, or you already have clients within that area, or you feel confident within that area. So that could be one of your strengths. So then we look at challenges and we list those. So a challenge, let's say in the example that I just gave, could be that you don't know anything about running a business, you don't have any information about how to get startup funding, or you haven't found a location, or you don't know what your branding should look like. Those sort of things are challenges. So they feel like they're a blockage for you. So you just write it down and list all the challenges that you can think of so that they're out of your mind. So from there, then we brainstorm 5 action steps. So what I would do for this is look at my challenges. And so again, in that example that I just gave, your action steps could be find a business advisor that you can speak to about startup options. Start looking for inspo for brands that you like the look of, or branding that you like, and start building a folder of inspiration for that. Another action step could be that you just start looking for locations and you start sending emails saying that you're looking for properties, that kind of thing. So you're listing, just brainstorming action steps at this point. And then all I want you to do is pick one of those steps and commit to it. And then that's it. So for each of those goals, you whittle it down and break it all down so that you can see your strengths, you can see what's working for you that's heading you towards that goal, you can see what your challenges are or any potential blockages that might get in the way of you achieving that goal, so things that we need to work on. We brainstorm 5 action steps and then you choose one for each goal and you take a very small immediate action towards one of them. Okay. Now, why this is really important is you have a plan now. You have a plan for all of these 4 goals, and all you need to do is work on one step. And when that's done, you can reflect and look at what is the next most important step for each of these goals. What I would recommend that you do as well is that you write all of this down and you keep it all in one place every day to reference back to. So like I say, what I do once I've done that is I have my plan, I have the thing that I'm going to be working towards for the next sort of like 30 to 90 days, and every single day I just look where I am with that one action step, and I just sit in the morning and I imagine that that goal is achieved and that I obtain those feelings that I want to do, and I set the intention for the day that I'm working towards that. For me, goal setting is something that I really love to do, and whenever I've done this process with people around me, I see immediate change, and it's quite crazy to see how much this process really helps, even if you just go through it once. So it's something that I truly do believe in. I really hope that it helps you guys, so please do let me know if it does. If you want a breakdown of these steps, please send me a DM. That's not a problem, I can send it all over to you. I'm more than happy to help. But I also do offer training for teams or salon owners for working with their team to help them get set up on their goals and what it is that they're looking to achieve. So if you're interested in any coaching, any training, do let me know. Thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed listening. Bye.